a great admirer of Thomas Jefferson for his philosophy, for his scientific genius, for his artistic sense, for his sense of style. And but now, coming to Monticello, I'm really appreciating what I always kind of didn't appreciate much was his the fact that he was a lover of nature and a great farmer. And really, this is truly beautiful country. You know, you've been here and you've looked around, but it's the thing that struck me the most of what I wasn't expecting to see was the sheer beauty of Monticello from an agricultural perspective. And behind me, you see the ridges of the Blue Ridge Mountain, mountains on all sides, all the plans he had for this place to beautify it, to make it sort of an ideal vision of what man, the integration of agriculture and civilization, nature and man together. So I really hope you got that sense too, and if not, I hope some of these videos kind of convey a little bit about that. The hub of this is Mulberry Row, and it's the hub of plantation operations on Monticello. It was a 1,000-foot road Jefferson called Mulberry Row after the trees that lined it. At the height of activity in 1796, there were 17 structures along Mulberry Row, from the stable at the northeast end to the sheds for sorting coal at the southwest. And we're going right now from in that direction towards the southwest. In between were 5 log dwellings for slaves, a stone house for free resident workmen, a wash house, a smokehouse, and a dairy. There's also a nailery, which you see here. There are 2 woodworking shops and also buildings for storage. Since most of these structures were built of wood, not much survives from Jefferson's time. The stone workman's house, altered over the years, today contains offices. The long vanquished slave dwellings varied in size from 12 to 14 feet wide and from 12 to 20 feet long. They were built of hewn chestnut logs and roofed with pine slabs. They had log chimneys and earth floors. With its woodworking and iron woodworking shops, as well as textile operations, Mulberry Row made Monticello a kind of industrial village. It was independent, self-sustaining. The enslaved artisans, often trained by hired white craftsmen, achieved a high level of expertise in various trades. Because of the building and remodeling of the main house required artisans of exceptional skill, the enslaved artisans, as well as the hired white craftsmen, achieved a high level of expertise in a variety of trades. Monticello exemplified far more than just the usual southern plantation self-sufficiency. Monticello's workmen eventually carried their craftsmanship beyond this mountaintop in the construction of the University of Virginia and of dwellings, taverns, and courthouses elsewhere in the country. This is the site of the nailery. Jefferson established the nailery in the 1790s to provide a new source of income while his farms were being brought back into production. Each day, slave boys aged 10 to 20 made 8,000 to 10,000 nails, which were sold to the neighbors and local storekeepers. During his 1794 to 1796 retirement, Jefferson monitored the daily performance of the young nail makers, weighing the iron and nails to calculate their productivity and efficiency. Initially quite profitable, the nailery later suffered from indifferent management and an influx of cheaper imported nails. The effects of the embargo of 1807 and the War of 1812 on the supply of imported European goods impelled Virginians to turn more seriously to household manufacturing, especially of cloth. Our nation had to become more self-sufficient and rely less on imported goods as tensions with European nations increased. The joinery. This woodworking shop on Mulberry Row was the site of the crafting of some of the finest architectural woodwork in Virginia. Hired white joiners like Irishmen James Dinsmore and John Nielsen came to Monticello to work on the construction of the house and passed their skills on to slaves like John Hemmings and Lewis Hemmings. And Lewis also became a skilled cabinet maker, making chairs, tables, and desks. Hemmings was freed by Jefferson in his will.